Well, it's Friday, August 12th. I'm Sarah FORGANY with KENS 5 News Now. An 18-year-old is in the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds from a drive-by on WOODSTONE near I-10. Police said the 18-year-old was walking on the sidewalk when a car pulled up and someone inside it started shooting, hitting him in the backside and arm. The victim was able to walk to his apartment to call for help. Police say they're still looking for a small silver car that had 4 men inside, and it's not clear if the victim knew his attackers. Several people are in custody after trying to steal an ATM. It happened at 4:30 this morning on BLANCO Road. Police say officers passing by the ATM noticed a group of men trying to pull the machine off its base using a chain. Officers say the suspects drove off when they noticed them before ditching their vehicle in a nearby apartment complex. All 5 men from Houston were eventually arrested. 2 women also had to be cut out of their car after a crash in a neighborhood in northeast Bexar County. The vehicle hit a parked car before ending up on its side, pinning the women inside, and both were taken to the hospital. Deputies believe speed played a factor in this accident. The CDC is tossing out a lot of the COVID recommendations we've been following for the last couple of years. Instead of going into quarantine, if you're exposed to COVID-19, the suggestion is now wearing a high-quality mask for 10 days. Plus, you have to test for the virus on day 5. Now, if you test positive for COVID, you should still isolate, vaccinated or not. And at minimum, the CDC still suggests staying home for 5 days after testing positive. The CDC said people no longer have to stay 6 feet away from each other. Alamo Heights ISD is adding more security at its schools. The school board just approved hiring 2 additional school resource officers. The district's 3 elementary schools will have an extra set of eyes. The other officer will be covering the junior high. And the high school already has a school resource officer. And parents we spoke with say it's a good start.
So the students do have robust support. I think there can be more done to continue that support and really work on the social isolation and bullying elements of what we know to make schools safer, again, for every child who attends.
The district is now taking applications for qualified officers to fill those 2 new positions. Classes in Alamo Heights begin on Monday. And those affected by the Robb Elementary shooting are one step closer to getting some financial relief. The National Compassion Fund held the final town hall for community input yesterday. Immediate family members of the 21 shooting victims are slated to receive the most funding once distributions begin in November. But you can still donate through October. While most of us have had a little sticker shock because of our electric bills this summer, the city of San Antonio wants to help a little. The city wants to put $30 back in your pocket in about 2 months. That money would come from extra money they've collected from CPS this summer, as we've been paying near record rates. On average, June bills went up by $75. The first proposal would trim your bill just a little in October, but the rebate wouldn't cover the rate hike on most customers' bills.
I would be very grateful for that. I think I'm torn between, I wouldn't mind it being spent somewhere else.
Other proposals include investing in energy efficiency programs or redirecting the cash to street maintenance or domestic violence prevention. The Justice Department is asking a federal court to unseal the warrant used to search former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. In a statement late last night, Trump said he encourages the immediate release of those documents. The search is part of a DOJ investigation into the former president's handling of materials as he was leaving the White House, including classified documents. Trending online, the San Antonio International Airport bringing in some wildlife to entertain travelers. You're going to get the chance to snap a selfie with a sloth or pet an alligator, and you could possibly even hold a python. The Wildlife Posse will be at Terminal B baggage claim from 1 to 2 this afternoon, and the Terminal A food court from 3 to 5 o'clock. For your weekend forecast, checking in with meteorologist Paul Morales.
All right, it's going to be hot today. Highs in the upper 90s, right around 98 degrees. We'll see lots of sunshine, and then clouds will build, about a 30% chance of some downpours, mainly between 3 and 8 o'clock this evening, and this evening temperatures in the 80s, and this weekend also a 30 to 40% chance of rain.
That's your KENS 5 News Now. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us online. I'm Sarah Forgani. Have a great weekend.